So guys, today is going to be a different type of video. This is going to be more of a discussion slash, I guess, podcast type of video where I'm going to be talking about a variety of topics concerning, of course, the global version of Grand Cross and some of the, I guess you could say, toxicity within the community that's being thrown around from a select group of YouTubers. So there is some YouTube drama here that I'm sure a lot of you have already known about, and I know a lot of you have been asking me if I was ever going to address it. So we'll be doing that in today's video. So hope you guys do enjoy. We're going to have some gameplay in the background for just your visuals. Otherwise, just sit back and listen and enjoy as we go through a lot of different things. So one of the big things that's been happening right now is I'm hearing the word misinformation thrown around. And when people were telling me about all this misinformation from especially the JP side of things, from, like, again, the select group of YouTubers, a lot of people have asked, Josh, have you ever tried to reach out to these group of individuals and talk to them? Well, here's the funny thing a lot of you may not know. I'm actually in the Discord server with a lot of them. So when I upload videos, they upload videos, we can see each other's videos being uploaded, so we know what's being uploaded. So I can clearly see when those videos are posted, and they can see when my videos are posted. Another thing is we actually have a YouTuber chat, so we can actually talk amongst each other within that Discord. We can also, of course, DM each other as well, because we have our names listed right there. We could simply just go ahead and DM each other if we feel the need to. So when I see videos posted claiming that I'm misinforming players on the global side of things because, you know, we got the whole I've played JP, so I know everything, the God complex that comes with it, that really doesn't bother me that much. It's like, okay, cool, you know everything about JP, that's fine. You play the JP version, I play global exclusively. But the problem that there becomes is I'm right there. If you have a problem with me, tell me. I'm right there. I'm not hard to find. As a lot of you that are in my Discord know, you can actually jump into a call when I'm on the voice calls at any time. I'm even doing a lot of live streaming from Discord these days, which I'm finding very fun, and I do appreciate all of the members that have jumped in and enjoyed those as well. We've had quite a bit. So Discord has been a lot of fun over the past couple weeks for Grand Cross and myself personally. So with that said, I am literally one DM away. I'm literally one message away. But here's the problem with the select group of individuals. I've tried to go and talk to them once before. I believe his name is Simply Casual, aka Mika or Micah. I believe he's one of the admins of that Discord server, one of the ones that I'm in. I've actually had a disagreement with this gentleman, but we've actually had a one-on-one conversation. We've actually taken it to the DMs. And I took some of his advice, and I took it, and I respected the way he came about it. I respected the way that he went back and fixed his video, and how I went back and did the same. I actually went and I privated that video. Actually, I enlisted that video because I actually started to agree a little bit with what he was saying, and I felt, okay, maybe I can make that video again in the future, but in a different way, because the video itself wasn't wrong. It was maybe the way I came about it that might have seemed like I was forcing that onto players when I really don't want to do that. I'm more into, okay, this is my suggestion. You can take it or you can leave it. That's fine. It's up to the player. So I could see where some players could have confused my intentions with that video. And because of all that, like I said, I've had a discussion with Simply Casual and with, of course, Mika himself. And I just said, okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and unlist that video. I respect the way you came about this. I respect that you were man enough to approach me in a one-on-one conversation. That's awesome. So my 110% respect to Simple Casual because of that. However, there are a certain group of other individuals within that same clique that do not share that same respect from me. One of which is one of the bigger ones in the entire community. I'm sure a lot of you already know that. He came to me in a very childish manner when I was trying to have a very serious conversation that did not even involve him in any way. He just decided to just insert himself into the conversation. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this really didn't have nothing to do with you, but okay. And then he decided that he wanted to turn it into some kind of joke, put it on Twitter, have a meme about it. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat, right? Well, There's a few others that are also, again, in that same clique. This is just all pretty much within the same clique, guys. Just so you guys understand. This isn't the entire JP player base. This is just a small clique. Mostly YouTubers. And they thought it was funny just to insult and say the whole "okay boomer" when I was trying to have a serious conversation with Mika. And again, this is why I hold Mika to a higher standard than these gentlemen, because he actually went about it in a respectable manner. It was YouTuber and YouTuber conversation, and it went very well. And I think the end result worked out for both of us. But for others, they thought it was an opportunity to be insulting. There was even some homophobic slur in there. I've also have seen others come to me with racist jokes, which I do not tolerate in my Discord. If you guys have been in my Discord, there are 3 things that I always do not tolerate. And of course, that is racism, religion, or anything to do with sexuality and gender. None of which, of course, will be tolerated. That'll get you a ban. And I've not had to ban that many people in over 3+ years I've been running my Discord channel. I'm sorry, my Discord server that has now over 5,000 members. So you can see that I'm very lenient in my Discord. And we have a lot of fun there. And a lot of people are very respectable and have a lot of fun there as well. So I've not really actually had to come down on the ban hammer very often, which is a very good thing to to see. But yeah, these gentlemen were, the whole air quotes "okay boomer," which is just a dumb insult and dumb comment to begin with. They like to throw stupid and retard around and dumb around a lot. They like to throw "I've played JP, so I know everything" around. That's a god complex, like it or not. And it's all well and good. It's just these people are not approachable in a one-on-one conversation. They don't want any part of that. If you do things that they do not like, you are spreading in their terms, misinformation. Which is fine. If that's the way they feel, that's the way they feel. I'm not a babysitter. I'm out here to make content for Global, not JP. I don't need to upload a video with JP accounts to talk about Global. I am on Global, playing Global day to day, all day long, 12 hours plus easily. Farming, grinding, learning new things, climbing PvP. I am now, if you guys have not seen my latest post, I'm now champ in both modes of PvP, geared and ungeared. So for being misinformed, I do pretty well in PvP, especially when I'm playing against whales and megalodons in the higher ranks of geared, which is just crazy. The higher ranks of geared right now is insanity. So I must be doing something right guys? So that's one thing that's been thrown around. But if we want to keep on the subject of misinformation, I said on day one that Global was going to be a lot different from the JP side of things. And I was told countless times, no, you're wrong. This is how we do it on JP. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. We already know this. This is what things are going to come. This is how they're going to come. Let me just reiterate a few things that have already occurred in the first, going on almost 3 weeks of Global. Okay? Meliodas, God tier, SSS tier, must have pull. You need this guy. Don't reroll for anything else. I took that advice on day one, and it didn't even take me 48 hours to realize how wrong that decision was. A unit like Jericho, for example, which we're very high on this channel, for good reason, has pretty much surpassed him in every category possible for what you want as a free-to-play and as a long-standing player. Just to go through some of the facts here. This is not opinion. This is just things that we can actually see and test, and you guys have seen this firsthand as well. Red Demon Boss. You could run Jericho and kill that if you don't have Red Liz Hawk, which a lot of people will still prefer Red Liz Hawk with a lockdown team. But if you're looking for just a quick run, you could run double Jericho and it's actually quicker. We've tested it. Double Jericho is actually faster than double Elizabeth Hawk. So Jericho is actually pretty good for Red Demon. Now, as a free-to-play, a lot of you might want to stick with the Red Hawk. That's fine, because it's an SR. But if you're talking about SSRs, Jericho performs very well there. If you're looking at the Grey Demon, you can one-shot the boss on any phase with a Jericho. Sure, you're going to waste a few turns because you can't hit the boss when he's aerial, but when he's on the ground, she does a lot of damage. Of course, Green King would be the better fit for DPS in that stage. But there you go. Green Meliodas is also pretty good in that stage as well. It's just the fact that I'm just trying to make that Jericho can be used in all these different game modes. Another one, Guild Boss. The best DPSer right now for Guild Boss to get a high score, which not only helps yourself, but helps your guild in the weekly rankings, is, well, you've guessed it, Jericho. True boss battle. The true boss battle. You'll see the portal on Chapter 6 is open right now. It'll say, there's no season going on right now. Well, there's heavy speculation that that first boss is going to be Blue King, which means, again, Green Jericho is going to be very viable. So that makes three deathmatch types of events. No, 4 if you include Guild Boss, all viable with Jericho. So there you go. And then the Hendrickson fight, the big reason why everyone said that you absolutely have to have Meliodas. Jericho also goes very well in that stage as well, even against the red Hendrickson. So there you go. Not to mention, if worst case scenario, you could just use a friend that has a well-built Jericho or Meliodas for that stage, and you're still going to do well against Hendrickson. So was it really worth rerolling for a unit just for one big major fight in the actual story? And another bigger reason right now for Jericho is Jericho's actually in the coin shop. So if a lot of you rerolled for Jericho, a lot of you might already have a 2 out of 6 on the ultimate for your Jerichos. So that's also very, very helpful. Granted, we didn't know that on day 1, but still, that is very, very cool that she was indeed in the coin shop for this week. Now, another thing, PvP. What is the best way for a free-to-play player to survive in this game, diamond-wise? Climbing PvP. Who right now is the best climber in PvP? Jericho. For both geared and ungeared. I mean, what more do I need to say? Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Green Meliodas, not so much. But we were told that he is the must-have God tier unit to go for on global. However, on global, the MVP has been Jericho. So I don't know what to say about that. That's not saying that Meliodas is a bad unit. He's still very solid. But if you're re-rolling, the purpose of re-rolling is to get the best start possible. Wouldn't Green Jericho be a better option because she's going to be good for everything right now? Pretty much. Over Green Meliodas. She's going to be getting you a lot of different things. She's going to be climbing you to PvP. And then guess what, guys? If you didn't know this, if you climb to Champ 5 and ungeared, and as long as you stay active in the game, you can stay in Champ forever and collect almost 50 diamonds per week. Which is a must-have for free-to-plays. Free-to-plays need all the free stuff they can get, and one of those things is diamonds. And if you can use a character that will help you climb in the early weeks of Global to Champ and ungeared, Jericho was definitely one of those units. Alongside the free-to-play Blue King, you could also run your very free-to-play friendly SR Gil Thunder. And the reason why I say very free-to-play friendly is because he's an SR, and if you've summoned, which I'm sure most of you already have, you'll probably pull him at some point. So you have all that to consider. So Jericho over Meliodas, I mean, there you have it. But I listened to the JP side when I knew I shouldn't have, and that was misinformation. I should have told everyone Jericho. But there you go. But I did try to make up for that over the course of the week after that, because I was going Jericho heavy and telling people to reiterate on that and everything like that. So there was a lot of that going on. But anywho, now you guys know where that comes from. Another thing, guys, Green Bond is going to come in the coin shop. And I said, well, there's a good chance coin shop units might be in the banners. Lo and behold, there you have it. This Bond is not in the coin shop. He's in the banner. And he's going to be added to the regular pickup pulls. Or, you know, kind of the normal banner that we started a game with that just has a lot of characters thrown into it. He's going to be thrown into that banner after his banner goes away. Just like Merlin did. And speaking of Merlin, Red Merlin was supposed to come in with Red Helbram. That didn't happen. Merlin came by herself. All these changes are occurring, and we were told by the JP players they wouldn't, that they were going to be coming this way and that way, and they didn't. Helbram was supposed to be here this week. What happened? We got Green Bond. A lot of people are saying wait for Gother to be in the coin shop. It looks like Gother might be in a banner at this point. We've also got some new news today that I'm going to go over later, that we might be getting Blue Merlin or a Green Merlin very soon, either in a banner, coin shop, or maybe even for free from that 400,000 likes on our Facebook page. I don't know, because the only information we have is they shared that on their Facebook page for Netmarble, not under the Grand Cross Facebook page. But we'll go over more of that in our video later today. So, misinformation, everyone is being misinformed apparently, if you want to go by that logic. Because Global is going about things in a different way than JP. So when JP players tell you, well, we know what's coming out this week, no, they don't. Because it's already happened so many times. Another big change is we don't have to do the daily diamond pull for a free summons. We do Raid Shadow Legend ads or Dragon Raja ads or whatever ads that you guys may be getting. We do those for our free dailies every day, which is a big change. That's definitely a big way to make money, of course, for Netmarble, but it also saves us a multi's worth of diamonds a month, so I don't mind it. That's another big change. So they're already rushing the story as well. We're going to be getting chapter 7 already, so we're already got chapter 6.5 as they call it. We're only one quest away from finishing all of chapter 6. If all of you have finished as much as you could, you should be around 98%. So that's a major change, is how fast they're rushing it. And I said that they're probably going to try and catch us up to JP. So what are the JP players? What are these JP elitists? This clique, this group of players that keeps liking to call me out, if you will. What are they going to do when JP and Global are finally caught up with each other? When they're both on the same equal level? You can then no longer use the I've played JP, so I'm superior anymore. Because now we'll be caught up. And I've showed people, going into my gear build now, I had 2 people, I believe they're both YouTubers, at least one is, obviously. They took my gear guide video, and they went ahead and just completely uploaded the entire video with my voice included, trying to speed up my voice, trying to get around copyright claims, which is hilarious, and very lazy. That might have been the laziest display of content that I think I've ever seen. If you want to make a point, then you should have uploaded your own Bond build. Especially you say that he's your favorite character. You should have uploaded your own Bond build, a different variation of what I said, and showed him off. Showed your superiority, if you will, in a proper video. Just uploading my entire clip and then trying to talk over it while using my voice is very lazy. I'm sorry. Just lazy. And then putting my name in the title, then removing it. I mean, you're not really fooling anyone. I mean, it makes no sense to me. But anyways. So in that video, they were very hung up on the whole lifesteal situation. Like, oh, why would you put lifesteal on Bond? He gets like, 40%. Yes, he does. If you use his rank 2, skill 2 card. I have played in geared PvP a lot. I am, like I said, I'm now in champ. I'm in the champ. Like, I'm playing against whales and megalodons now in geared PvP. I'm playing with all these big daddy spenders, okay? Well built up teams, all 6-star awakened everything, fully costumed out, everything you could think of. They got it in spades. Okay? And I kid you not, if you've been watching me play PvP on the Discord during my live streams that I've been doing every day on my climb, you'll notice one very big constant that they did not mention in their video. Bond using his rank 2 attack card, which allows him to get that 30% lifesteal, you're not using that card very often. I would say maybe 10 to 15% of the time, if you're lucky, are you using that card. Most of the time, you're going to be using the bronze card, which does not have a lifesteal on it. Now, I repeat, does not have lifesteal on it. I understand why they want to go with the HP attack and defense, because they want to boost their CC. Because that's the whole thing about, oh, make every character HP attack and defense, because CC, everything is CC. And I said in that video, I said, you need to find a balance between what works for that particular character and what can help with your CC. You need to find that nice balance, because CC is not everything. I don't know how many times I won second in those fights and I still won, because I was getting lifesteal on my Bond where he was close to dying and I needed that little extra HP, and they were not able to finish me off in the following turn. But according to these guys, lifesteal is just shit. Don't run it, because if you overheal, that you're not going to get a banner. I very rarely am over healing, even with 40% lifesteal, because a lot of people are running Guild Thunder, so you're getting a lot of crit resistance and increased defense, even with this snatch. Because like the lifesteal skill that he has on his rank 2 on his attack card, in 3 rather, you're not using the rank 2 snatch all that often either. You'll find yourself using the bronze one, which means most times you're only lowering their attack and defense by 20% and gaining that to yourself. And since most people in PvP geared are running a lot of HP sets on their units outside of their DPS, you're not really gaining all that much attack as you might think you are. And this has been tested for the past few days because, like I said, I've been playing geared PvP. I've been playing against these whales, these megalodons, these top tier players on global, not JP, global. And I have found out through testing, and I've showcased it in the Discord streams, Bond's lifesteal, giving him a little bit, 10-15% additional, is great for him. Yeah, you lose a little bit on your CC, but you add a lot more value to him for survivability. And they can argue that all they want. They can do their little debunk videos. That's fine. I've tested it and I've climbed. How do you debunk success when it's right there? That's my question. And so, I mean, that's kind of where I am with that. And honestly, if we just want to build every character HP, attack, and defense, what happens when every character, every player gets to the point where we're all running the same exact meta team, we're all running the same exact sub stats and main stats, same gear sets? Then it's going to come down to what exactly? The luck of the draw? What foods you might have chose? Who got to go first by out CCing the other by maybe 1 or 2 spots? Is it going to come down to chance of hitting a crit? Because that's what it would be. That's what it would turn into. I think the biggest problem with this group of players is, in this game, they don't give you CC for those other additional stats like they do in most RPGs. Like if you've ever played Summer's War or Epic 7, a DPS giving them crit chance and crit damage would heavily increase their CP value, their battle power, or their CC, whatever you want to call it. In this game, they're only giving you those CC values from HP, attack, and defense. So maybe they're assuming that you should just go higher CC because then that means more opportunity to win. Maybe that's the whole issue here. But there are a lot of characters in this game that can make use of pierce rate, crit damage, crit chance. Depending on whatever their skill set is and whatever your team setup is, those additional stats could benefit that particular character. It may not benefit your CC value, but it'll definitely benefit the character itself. So it just makes no sense to me to tell the whole world, hey, we did it on JP, so you guys should do it too. Okay. And then let me ask you another question. What happens to the free-to-play players that don't even climb geared PvP? Should they worry so much about their CC as well, instead of just making their characters better and being able to clear content quicker, more efficiently? Because everyone is on a time frame. We can't just sit here and dedicate our entire day and life to a video game. There's things going on out there in the big world right now, especially with the CV. And you guys know what I'm talking about. So we can't sit here, you know, in front of a computer or in front of our phones playing this game for 12, 15 hours a day. Some people need to have more efficiency, be able to beat things quicker, and just, you know, clear things faster. And for example, if you are fighting an 80k CC boss fight and your CC is 120, I'm pretty damn sure that you can, you know, lower that CC a little bit to try and build your character in a more aggressive manner to go and clear that content quicker while still being able to go first. So, yeah. Let's just go out there and make 200k CC teams just so we can just look at it and be in awe and amazement. And again, this isn't saying that attack and defense and HP aren't important, because they very much are. But there are other gear sets and other stats in the game that are also equally as important, even if they don't increase your CC value. This whole game is not CC. This is not CC Cross. This is Grand Cross. They put those gear sets and those stats into the game for a reason, to be used and utilized on certain characters in a proper fashion. There are characters in this game that you want to run attack, HP, and defense only on, because that's the way they're built. That's the way you use them for. But there are a lot of other builds that you could run for various different types of content. And since I cater mostly to the free-to-plays and possibly casual spenders on this channel, when I made different gear builds for Bond, it wasn't just, oh, what gear works perfectly for Bond and PvP. No, it was the different types of gear builds you can make for everything. There is geared PvP, there is demon raids, there is just generalized farming. Different types of content. You ever heard of different strokes for different folks? Well, you got different gear for different content. It makes sense. So you can make a universal set of gear that works for everything, even at the cost of a CC, or maybe trying to increase your CC but at the cost of damage or efficiency. Sure, you can do that. But there's also gear. I mean, gear is free to move around in this game. It's not like Epic 7 where you have to pay a lot of gold to keep removing your gear to give them other characters. This game, you can just remove your gear with one click easily, free of charge. So it's not impossible to say, hey, you can make up a few different types of gear sets that you can kind of interchange around different characters depending on what type of content you're doing. And if you're calling that misinformation, then you have a weird, twisted way of misinformation, of interpreting misinformation. Because I gave players the attack and defense as a good option with attack on the substats for our boy Bond, which is my optimal run for PvP with a little bit of lifesteal and HP. And you can sit there and bitch and complain that lifesteal is useless all you want, because I've already proven that it works. I've done it. It saved my ass quite a few times in PvP already in geared. So you can say it's useless all you want, because it doesn't add CC value, but it added value to my Bond and kept my Bond alive in situations where I really needed it most. Every little bit of HP that I got back was helpful. That lifesteal saved my ass a few times. So, I don't know what else to say about that situation. It is what it is. Haters are gonna hate. It's been a ongoing saying for years here on YouTube. It is what it is. The higher you get to the top, the more people want to try and bring you down. That's fine. I've done it. I've dealt with this before in the past. It's no new thing around here. A lot of you know that. It's been following me for a long time. Excuse me. So that's my stance on that. And when I make my next gear guide video, when I'm talking about Jericho, it's gonna be some of the old, hey, run this and run that. But there's also gonna be some other different types of builds that I've also tried that you guys might like as well, because variety is nice. We play these games to enjoy them. And if you are not trying to climb to the very top of geared PvP, which most free-to-plays will not be, they did not explain this, free-to-plays will probably not be doing that in geared PvP, then why not try some variety? Why not actually explore and make your characters work as individual units that they were built for, and then put them in a very cohesive team and let them go off and explore their actual potential? Or you could just be bland and uncreative and just run attack, defense, HP on every single thing in the game, and there's your gear guide video for all of eternity. I've never heard that in any gacha game in my life. Oh, just run this one set on everything. That's it. That's all you need, because it gives you CCs. That's all you care about. That's fine. That's fine. But again, I'm not like them. I'm like me. I'm Josh First. I am me. And if you guys want to talk about misinformation on the whole, the tavern cosmetics, well, there's going to be better cosmetics down the road. Save for those. There's going to be better everything down the road. Okay? There's going to be better heroes. There is going to be better banners. There's going to be better login rewards and events. There's going to be tougher and harder to beat content and stages. The PvP meta will change in geared and ungeared quite a bit. No player outside of Mega Whales will be able to keep up with the always changing aspects of the game. The only thing you can do is control what is going on right now in front of you and currently. And that's what we do here on this channel. I heard don't go buying the chalices. Those are a waste of money. Okay. So I gave you a way to save 40%. That is a big discount, especially when books are half off. That is definitely a cheaper way to go than to go into boss battle at 20 plus stamina and hope and pray that that 6% chance not only gives you the gold chest, which is 6% drop, that it's going to be a chalice and not an SSR gear. You then have to hope that it's the right chalice you're trying to farm for. You guys understand the problem with that and how much stamina these free-to-plays would have to burn to do that? Right now is a solid time to farm for chalices because we have the half stamina on boss rushes. So now's a good time to start getting gear for salvaging and some chalices. But any other time when there's not a discount going on, that 40% gold saving you that you're going to be saving on the villages to just purchase your 4-star chalices is a better way to go because it's cheaper. Because you can farm books even without the discount. The most expensive stage is 14 stamina. With the discount, it becomes 7. Those stages are also easier to farm, unlike extreme here on boss stages, which how many players can even farm on auto on all the extreme stages of the game on boss stage? We also need to take that into account. And we also know on the book farming, every time something drops, we know it's going to be a book, which means every time we do a run, we're guaranteed gold because all those books are going to be translated to gold every single time. And then you get that 40% discount, and then you can buy the exact chalice that you're farming for, be it the demon blood or the yellow one. I always forget the name. Water of life. There we go. Or you can take your chance when there's boss stages going on that are not discounted stamina like right now, and it's going to cost you 20 stamina per run, 6%, low 6% drop rate, and then that 6% becomes 50-50 on if it's a gear or a chalice, and then the chalice itself, if you even get a chalice, it then becomes another 50-50 on which one you're going to get. So you can do that. You can compare and contrast to farming books, and you're going to realize getting the gold from the books is just a lot easier and a lot cheaper stamina wise in the long run. And again, free to plays aren't going to have unlimited stamina. You have to summon to maintain your stamina in this game, and if you ain't got diamonds, you can't summon. And if you can't summon, you will run out of stamina. And that is one thing that I've not heard a lot of players talking about as well. This game does actually get into a situation where you will have a stamina problem if you farm really hard as a free-to-play. I will say that. I'm not going to bullshit you. I've already noticed that with a lot of players coming to me and saying, hey Josh, I'm actually running out of stamina in this game. Because the game encourages you to farm all day and then you'll run out. Especially if you're doing stages that are undiscounted and they're costing you 20 stamina per run for a chance at something that you may not get. Are you guys keeping up now? I'm not talking about my viewers. I'm talking about the clique that I know no doubt is watching this video. So there's all that to consider. Like I said, this is going to be my only video addressing this whole YouTube drama crap. I got too many real life things going on around the world that's more important than this crap to deal with. I will have some other videos for you guys uploaded later today in concerning, you know, some of the new leak that we had with possibly blue or green Merlin. Don't know if she's actually coming or if they just did that as a questionnaire for their Netmarble Facebook page. I don't know what they're going to do with that. If it is going to be her, is it going to be a new banner, coin shop? Who knows? A lot of unknowns right now for the foreseeable future of this game and what's going to happen and what things are coming out and all that good stuff and how they're going to come out in what order. And another thing that I want to talk about briefly before we get out of here is back to the whole PvP thing. PvP. There was a lot of concern on, should you have summoned for Merlin? Should you have summoned for Green Bond? Were they worth it for PvP, etc., etc.? I feel now, after doing a lot of PvP and climbing in both geared and ungeared, I feel that if you got a Jericho and you got your Blue King, and let's say you pulled for Merlin and you climbed to champ, even if Merlin gets power crept quickly by the green one, it's not going to matter anymore, because you've already climbed to champ in PvP. So you're now already collecting on that investment for the rest of your Grand Cross career. Even if Jericho gets power crept by Red Derriere in 5-6 months from now, it's not going to matter if she already took you to champ in ungeared PvP, because you're already there. You really have no physical or logical reason to continue to climb in champ, outside of maybe if you want to try and, get those 10 additional diamonds at champ 1. You can go from 50 to 60, if you will. Or if you want to try and get a few more chests, that's fine. But you're still going to be getting those 50 diamonds every week forever. And that is the important thing for free-to-plays and casual spenders. That is 200 diamonds a month. And so there it is. There it is. If you can grab units that you feel are going to climb top PvP right now, get them. Because when you've climbed to the top of PvP and ungeared, there is nothing higher. You're there. You're set. Congratulations. Double thumbs up. Josh First is happy for you. Congratulations. You're now getting those diamonds every week, and you should be happy about that. That is an investment. A unit that can get you there and then allow you to just kind of get those 200 free diamonds every month for the rest of your Grand Cross career. That is amazing. Now, geared PvP is different, because you have to keep always climbing every week. But geared PvP is also not for the faint of heart or free to plays. Yes, you can probably climb in the lower rankings, but if you're trying to get up in like Master and Champ and even maybe Challenger or even Top 100, you're going to be running into whales. That's just how geared PvP is. Geared PvP is designed for the whales to have fun at the top, which is fine. The whales definitely need something. They're spending all this money on stuff, they might as well get some use out of it, right? So that's fine. So a lot of free-to-plays are going to be definitely more concerned with ungeared over geared. And because of that, if that green bond pull you got helps you get to champ 5, and that green bond for whatever reason just becomes useless next week, it don't matter. You have already accomplished what you needed to do in PvP. Now you just got to go in and do your dailies every day for your free diamond, and I think you get a gold chest, and that's it. That's the only reason you would have to play at that point if you're not trying to be a high-level competitive player. And if you are, you're probably spending money on this game anyway. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense for you guys. I did enjoy this discussion. I tried to keep it as civil as possible, but some things really do get to me. And so there you have it. I just wanted to kind of give my whole thoughts and opinion on this whole thing. What I think about the game so far with PvP in general. Yeah, the gear guide videos, are they going to be still going? Yes, they are. I'm not going to be letting these haters get me down. It is what it is. You're going to get haters. That's all it is. Every YouTuber has haters. Tough shit. Get over it, right? So anyways, that's my topic, podcast, whatever you want to call it, video for you guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. We're going to be bringing you some more videos, like I said, later today. Hope you'll enjoy those as well. Tomorrow, I'll probably do the Jericho gear guide video, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, guys, again, misinformation is a funny thing to throw around when a lot of people are being misinformed for global right now. Do I make mistakes? Yes. Do they make mistakes? Yes. Do I call them out on their mistakes? No. There you guys go. Is it really all that big of a deal? Not really, but they sure as hell tried to make it one. So hopefully this video kind of took care of that. From my end, if they want to continue to go about their ways after this video, I really don't care. This is their one and only video they're going to be getting. Anything else, if you need any questions or any concerns, ask me in the Discord or ask me in the comment section below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope you guys are all enjoying Grand Cross. I am absolutely loving this game. It's so much fun. I will hopefully be trying to get a live stream later tonight. We're going to see. But again, like the video if you did, comment below, tick notifications, subscribe if you're newer to the channel, and I'm going to catch you guys all in the next one. Until then, peace.